from another treble. We're one game away from another treble. Celtic Brendan Rodgers set up a team today to go all out in attack. Go all out. Why is this taking so long? You're on your phone? We are one game away from another treble. And Celtic look like they're in the mood for winning trebles. That's one thing that I will say. Absolutely fantastic game today. Is that sounding all right through there? It's good to know. Good to know. Stephen Johnson's in the house. Paul Baird is in the house also. We're probably just lost about 300 viewers, but never mind. We crack on. We crack on. Piss easy, says Stephen Kelly. Was it piss easy, or was it the fact that St Johnstone were really poor? Make sure you share this with all your friends. Get all your guys that are heading back to the buses. Get them on this. Was waiting on a notification, Baz. You're waiting on a notification. There we go. People are starting to drip back in. Anyway, tell me what your thoughts were on the game. For me, Callum McGregor was man of the match all day long. Some people thought Paul Baird may have been man of the match. Thank you. Celtic are back, baby. Celtic aren't just back, but that was a game where we dominated from the very first minute. And when you look at the players, I've got to say, Liam Scales, where has this player been in Liam Scales? Because he's just grabbed the bull by the horn today and said, I'm going to show that, do you know, Austin Trusty is going to be sitting at the side of that bench thinking, how am I going to get back into this team before the end of the season? Because Liam Scales played an absolute blinder. We're back at Adam Eder. He had a good game. He did that. It was piss easy. It was piss easy, Stevie. It was easy, and I think that St Johnstone will feel they let themselves down in the first half, because the second half they were right up for the fight. And if they'd played like that for the first half, it would have been a completely different game. I expected St Johnstone to play like they did for the first minute, but they didn't. Anyway, it's all about Celtic. It's all about the fact that we are one game away from we're 2 games away from a treble. The next league game will see us get the 55th title, which is inbound. Yes, the 55th title is inbound. Callum McGregor will pick up that championship trophy and come the end of the season and be champions once again in the league. And at the end of the day, a treble's what we want, and a treble's what we should get by the looks of it. Let's jump into the comments. We're back. Adam Eder had a good game. Stephen Johnson says, you've got to admit, it was a piss easy game. Aberdeen are coming. God, here we go again. Are they the new Rangers? Are Aberdeen are the new Rangers? 24th of May, Glasgow's green and white. 24th of May in Glasgow will be green and white. It will not only be green and white, but it will be party time in and around Celtic clubs all over the world. Lanky says Adam Eder had a good game. Maybe it's down to he actually had crosses whipped into the box. Lanky's been spotting this. He's commented a few times saying that when Adam Eder sometimes comes on in the second half, the crosses don't get whipped into the box the way that they do normally when Dyson Maeda plays, and definitely when Kyogo Furiashi played at Celtic. The crosses didn't come in as much for Adam Eder, but they certainly did today, and he certainly got his goal that was fitting of the player. Let's face it, it was fitting goal for the player. One player wasn't great was Sinisalo, did nothing. Tommy, come on. Sinisalo had a fantastic save. Where were you when Sinisalo made that save? Sinisalo made an absolutely fantastic. It was chopped off. It would have been offside anyway. But Sinisalo made a fantastic save today. Absolutely fantastic save. Was waiting on notification, but never came through. So back on, refreshed. People will think you're away. Yeah, they need to refresh the page. It's always the same when this happens. I end up losing hundreds of subscribers because folk are like, he's just fucked off. And it's right, because I'm down to 71 71 viewers. Anyway, I'm not staying on much longer because everyone's went, fuck it, they've probably jumped onto other channels. The good point is Celtic have won. You'd be lucky if I stay on 10 minutes. It was a joke, Baz. It was a joke. But anyway, Celtic, Brendan Rodgers through to another final. Man of the match undoubtedly had to be Callum McGregor, who was absolutely fantastic. Players rating, Greg Taylor. You're going to give Greg Taylor an 8 out of 10 today for his. Let's rate the players live on air right now. There's hardly any people on. Ray says, even from Vietnam lads, performance from everyone, another treble, almost there. Adam Ida looked a little inexperienced today. He's good, but I had my doubts if he'll be Champions League level. He just needs game time. I think Adam Ida just needs game time. Just needs game time. That's it. He does just need game time. I'm going to share this on Twitter so we can get some more folk on. I doubt it will, but anyway, I'm going to go and get some food because I'm starving. Right, so Sinisalo, I'm going to rate Sinisalo for that save that he made. I'm going to rate Sinisalo 8 out of 10. Cameron Carter-Vickers, I'm going to rate Cameron Carter-Vickers a 9 out of 10. Liam Scales, I'm going to rate Liam Scales 10 out of 10 for his application today. Greg Taylor, I'm going to rate Greg Taylor, I would say 8.5. Alistair Johnson, I'm going to rate Alistair Johnson 8. Callum McGregor, I'm going to rate Alistair Johnson 9.5. Callum McGregor 9.5. Rio Hatate, I'm going to rate Rio Hatate maybe an 8.5. Arne Engels, I'll give Arne Engels an 8. Adam Ida, I'm going to give Adam Ida 8 out of 10. Jamesy Forrest, I'm going to give 8. Jamesy Forrest, they all thought he wrapped up earlier. Yeah, I know. That's the worst thing about it, when people jump off and on. Where did I get to? Jamesy Forrest. I'm going to give Jamesy Forrest 8.5 out of 10. And Adam Ida, 9 out of 10. Dyson Maida, 9 out of 10. That's my ratings for the players today. Paul Baird says Taylor, 3. That's how many. Danny Cassie says, your favourite player was Jota. He ran amok. Jota scored an absolutely fantastic goal into the back of the net. And that's about it. I'm going to get food because I am starving and my throat is done in. I'll be back later on. We'll do a live at 8 p.m. tonight. Yeah, we'll do a live at 8 p.m. tonight once everybody's got back home and chilled out, because folk need to go and get some food. It's 6:15 here. It's 5:15 Celtic Park time. I shall see you around about 8 o'clock in just a few hours. And I could sort out this nonsense of a fucking computer.